Hello everyone, for today's magic card trick tutorial, I thought it'd be neat to share with you an easy self-working card trick that only uses 10 cards. It's 5 sets of soulmates, and every card has a soulmate. So the soulmate is the same value and color of a card. So in this case, the King of Hearts, the soulmate's King of Diamonds, vice versa, the black eights, black jacks, red nines, and black sixes. Okay, so there's a bunch of different soulmates in the deck, but we're only going to use 10 cards. Now, the thing about the soulmates is actually if you shuffle the cards, you can actually get the soulmates to go back together. And I'll shuffle the cards a bunch so you can see that the cards actually are getting out of order. So there's completely, mixed up. There's nothing fishy about this. And this is actually called a Klondike shuffle. And a Klondike shuffle is what you do when the weather is really cold outside and you can't feel your hands, such as this time of the year. Okay, so I can just shuffle the cards up. They're well mixed. If I wanted to, I could even, do a couple overhand shuffles, completely, mixing up the cards. And then this is just me, the magician, mixing up the cards. But then you're going to allow the spectator to mix up the cards as well. And the spectator can mix the cards up by just giving as many cuts as they want, just so they don't ruin the trick, because it is a self-working trick, and they can cut until they feel that they want to stop. Now you're going to have the spectator. They can deal down as many cards as they want, and as they deal down, they can either put them flip them over or leave them the same. You can flip over any cards that you want or leave them the same. And then if they have a couple cards left in their hand, they can even just turn over all those cards and put them down. And they can do this over and over until they're bored or tired or whatever. Any cards that are left over in your hand, you can put them, make sure you turn them over and put them face up, or you can deal out all the cards like that. Okay, so let's say they wanted to deal these two cards out and flip this entire pack over. Say there's a bunch of cards in here, they can drop them on the other cards just like that. Okay, now we've got to get the soulmates back together, and the way we do this is that we'll start at 5, and 5, because that's half the pack. I'll take this pack, have the spectator take that pack, and have the spectator point to any one of these packs that they want, and that's the one that we'll use. Let's say they pointed to this one. You turn this pack over. Now, we'll start at 5, now we'll go to 4. We'll count 4, and every time we count, we'll take one card from the top of a stack and put it on the bottom, and then we'll alternate stacks. So 4 would be 4, 3, 2, and then 1, and then we'll take these two cards and we'll place them here. Okay, now we'll do 3. Okay, 3, we'll start 3, and then 2, and then 1, and then we'll take these two cards, and look at that, the soulmates, they match. Okay, now we'll do 2, so we'll take this one, put it on the bottom, that'll be 2, this will be 1, we'll take these two cards, put them here, and then we'll end up with 1, and look at that, take these two cards, put them there, and then these are the remaining two cards, we'll put them there, and every set of soulmates has found each other, even though you shuffled and mixed, and the spectator could deal down and flip over any cards that they wanted to, cut as many times as they wanted to. And that's an easy self-working card trick, and it's called Soulmates. Now, before I show you how to do it, please, as always, like and subscribe to this channel and this video. I really appreciate it. I'd also like to give a shout out to all my channel members. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for becoming a channel member. And if you're looking to support this channel through the YouTube channel membership, you can do that all in the links given in YouTube below. Also, visit thebestmagicshop.com for some awesome magic tricks and gimmicks. You can also sign up for a newsletter to be notified of new tricks, discounts, and more. All at thebestmagicshop.com. All right, soulmates. It is an easy self-working card trick. Now, you can have the card set up where you show the audience the soulmates, or you can have the card set up in the order where if you just wanted the audience just to cut the cards and then deal down the cards and flip them over at that point. Everything from that point on is completely self-working. This is, if you show that the soulmates in your hand like this, then you have to get them in the order to make the trick self-working. And so you can do that by giving these cards a total of 7 Klondike shuffles, which is what I did. So a Klondike shuffle is if you have every soulmate in order, and you can use any cards that you want. These values don't matter, okay? So it's just any 5 sets of soulmates, total of 10 cards for this trick. If you show them like that, then you do 7 Klondike shuffles, which is just taking the top card and the bottom card and dropping them down, in this case on the table, until you're out of cards. These are just 2 cards, just drop those on top. You don't take the top and the bottom at all because it's just the 2 cards, okay? And you do this a total of 7 times, which can be a little bit long. It'll get the cards in the order that you need them to be in for the trick to be completely self-working, okay? So 7 Klondike shuffles is sometimes a little bit tedious, so it can make the trick a little bit too long than you need. I think this is 5 Klondike shuffles. This will be 6. So it's just optional, up to you if you want to do it that way. And then I'll show you right after I'm done with this last 7th Klondike shuffle that the order of the cards needs to be in for this trick to work. Okay, so you have now, after you've done 7 Klondike shuffles, so you have Jack, 6, King, 8, 9. This repeats itself. Jack, 6, King, 8, 9. Okay, see how the Jacks matched up, the 6, King, 8, 9. So this is the order that you want the cards in. And you can have the cards in this order before you start the trick. So as long as this card is, you know, here, this is here, 8, 8, 9, and 9. Okay, that's the order that you want the cards to be in. Okay, so the Magic Soulmates is the, you know, each every card, and then the soulmate, same order, follow it. Okay, you get what I'm saying on here? Okay, this is the order you want. Now, when you do have them in this order, if you do give kind of an overhand shuffle where you deal out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards, and then take the rest of the cards and put them on top, if you do that a total of 4 times, you'll be left with the same order that you started in. So that was 1, and I'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 3 times, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That'll be 4 times. You can start off like that, and now you're in the exact same order that you need to be in for this trick to work. So you can do it with the Klondike shuffle way, or just have the card set up and then do, you know, 5 overhand shuffles. You know, it's taking 1 card off, putting it in your hand, taking the second card, putting on top of that, etc., etc., etc. Okay? If you do that total of 4 times, you get in the same order. Now, once you have them in this order, everything's self-working in this trick from here. You can have the spectator cut the cards as many times as they want. It doesn't matter because you're not messing up the order of the cards, because it's just you're just cutting cards and putting them on the same, you know, on top and top. It's just normal, regular cuts. Okay, they can do that as much time as they want, and you're still in a nice order. You know, the value of this card might have changed, but you still have Jack, 6, King, 8, 9. That's Jack, 6, King, 8, 9. Okay, so now you can say to the spectator, and you can have them do this, or you can do it. You can deal off any amount of cards that they want, and they can flip them over if they want, or just leave them down, you know, flip over any cards that they want, and then if they want to stop at any point, just turn these cards all face up. Now they have to turn the remaining cards face up for it to work, so that's why it's just usually easier for you to do this. And this is just all really misdirection, just to confuse the spectator of what the end result is going to be in the trick. So they can really, you know, turn over or you know, not, and then just turn these cards over. Okay? Once you've done that part and stopped, count off 5 cards. Now you're not reversing count, you're not changing the order of these. You're just taking 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? So you have 5 cards. You put these towards you. These are your cards, and then you say these are the spectator's cards. Okay, start with 5. Now, this is very important. They can point to a stack, and they have to point to a stack because you have to turn over one of these stacks. So it doesn't matter which one they point to, you turn it over, but you have to turn it over. It's very important for this trick to work. So let's say they pointed this one, you turn that one over. Now you go 4. 4, and you explain to them, every time you count, you take 1 card and put it on the bottom, and then you alternate packs. So that was 4. This will be 3. You just take the top card, put it on the bottom. This will be 2. Take the top card, put it on the bottom. This will be 1. Take the top card and put it on the bottom. And now, because it's self-working, you have found the match, the soulmate of that card. Okay? Then you repeat it with the number 3. Take 1 card, put it on the bottom. 2, 1 card to take on the bottom. 1 card to take on the bottom. Okay, this is 0. You're not moving any cards. Take this card, and it'll be the soulmate. Okay? So we go 2, and then 1, and look at that, there's the soulmate. And then now 1, take this one, take this card, it's the soulmate, and then you finish with the soulmate itself working out there. So that's the way, and then just, if you wanted just to set it up, so it's just, soulmate after soulmate. This is the way to do it. 8, Jack, 6, okay? King, 9, 8, Jack, 6, King, 9, 8, Jack, 6, okay? And then you turn these over, and then you're ready to go. You can do the overhand shuffles, or you can just start it off with just have the spectator cut the cards from here. It's completely self-working from here on out, okay? Now, I hope you enjoy this trick. It's very easy. It's very self-working, beginner card trick. Let me know what you think. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I do respond to comments, and until next time.